that's the thing about, that's what I like about, hey, that's the thing about football.
The Coodabeens to me has just been a bunch of mates talking about the footy. You know, people ask us how it's lasted so long, and we wonder about that ourselves.
By some miracle, we've been able to bring the camaraderie and the culture that's part of Australian football from the highest level down to the lowest level. We've been enabled to bring that enjoyment to the media airwaves. We've got connected into the football world in ways beyond imagining. We all grew up as little kids being footy fans, and as a result we've got inside the sacred portals of the AFL. We've met the biggest stars.
Dermott and Dipper.
We've been to
Made
Brownlow
them
night.
stars.
I'm DiPierdomenico, DiPierdomenico, ho ho.
You told me once that your song, I'm DiPierdomenico, you taught your kids to say surname. They couldn't say their own surname until they heard the song.
No, he was 5 years of age, and you remember this because we did a 60-minute story with Jeff McMullen, and Dylan was 5 at the time, and said, do you know how to say your name? He goes, yeah. How do you say? I'm Dylan DiPierdomenico, Dylan DiPierdomenico, ho ho. So, look, we're very honoured to have a song named after us.
I'm Robert DiPierdomenico, and that's who I am. Everybody.
Well, yours is kind of
Mine goes for 3 minutes.
complimentary.
Well, it is.
Mine was derogatory. I didn't know how to take it first.
Dermott, Brereton is our one. Dermott, Brereton is our one. What that comes from Frankston can never be any good.
He was football's version of a hoodlum. He had hoodlum hair, and he carried on like a hoodlum.
Mum didn't like the knucklehead line.
He did say, could you change the line about the classic Aussie knucklehead? My mum doesn't like it. And I did say, no.
He's your classic Aussie knucklehead. Dermott, Brereton is our hood.
And in the 80s, when we were driving to the game, everyone would be listening to the Coodabeens. And quite often you'd get into the rooms before the game and you'd say, did you hear what the Coodabeens said?
Taking footy talkback calls has become a big part of the show.
Peter from Peterborough, and his very good friend Ivan from Ivanhoe.
Massive Murph from Moorabbin,
Yes.
Cliff from Clematis.
Dan the statistician from Stradbroke Island.
Who was the one who used to go, oh, yeah, Dad comes home and Timmy.
I was going to ask you about Collingwood in the finals.
Yes, what about Collingwood in the finals?
Well, if Collingwood don't make the finals,
Yes.
will they still have them?
Yes, they say we'll still have the final.
Dad said last week if Collingwood don't make the finals, they may as well forget them.
That was the first call ever. It was a fellow named
Digger.
Digger.
And Digger came on and said, I never complain about the umpires.
Who do you barrack for, Digger?
Collingwood.
Okay, thank you, Digger.
And we never complained about the umpires. I never have in 83 years.
But
But I just want to say something about that Swans game last week.
yes.
Now, those umpires, you must admit, they absolutely crucified Collingwood. The way they were umpiring, you would have thought they didn't care whether Collingwood won or they didn't.
But Digger, they're not meant to care.
Point, Tony.
We had no idea.
We had no idea.
How popular.
So
these
then
characters
when we
were.
discovered that it was working, we flogged it for the next 35 years.
That's how I like my footy to be, and I got a long road to.
I think it goes without saying that we've had a lot of fun on and off the air.
It's 2/3 of one's life. If you couldn't have fun in the last 43 years, then give it away.
We've all enjoyed it, and somehow or other we've managed to share that enjoyment with our listeners, and just having done that is a nice little achievement.
Hey, that's the thing about, that's what I like about. Hey, that's the thing about football.